Welcome to the Bean Apple Podcast.
Belichick, I text him all the time. He just doesn't answer.
Somehow got mono. God knows who he was making out with.
Somebody had given me 2 tickets to a Jet game, and I had to run into a store. Came out, they broke my window, and they left 4 more tickets.
What's up, guys? Welcome back. Bean Apple time for DraftKings. Last week was fun. Hopefully you guys made a little bit of money. Got week 8 ahead of us, as you can see here. So yeah, we're gonna run through this and put together a killer team to cash this week. So, John, how you doing? You ready to run?
I'm good, man. Let's get week 8? Is this week 8 rolling? Holy shenanigans.
Can you believe it? So I'm going to give you my top quarterback pick this week. You give me yours, and we'll make a case for the best, all right?
All right.
So let's see. I'm going to start off a little bit crazy. We'll see if I get a laugh, or hopefully you guys don't click off, but I will make sense of this, I promise you.
God.
My quarterback this week is Trevor Lawrence.
Huh.
They're at Seattle. Seattle is in shambles right now. They looked, the game was low scoring last week against, who they play, Denver?
Denver.
Yeah, but that Denver offense is also sputtering pretty badly as well. So Trevor Lawrence has looked good the last couple weeks. His numbers are pretty decent, and now you're going up against a defense that you can really do some damage on. So you can take a look here, his last couple games. Where's his? I don't know why it's doing that. But yeah, last game, 300 yards. Player news. Where's his? It's kind of weird. It's not popping up with his stats there. But yeah, so Trevor Lawrence is my guy that I like. So you give me yours.
Trevor Lawrence. That's gutsy there. So
I told you it was a little crazy.
I like it. So I am going with, so the Bengals are rolling right now.
Mm-hmm.
They're playing at New York. Shouldn't really matter. Quite honestly, I was going kind of twisting and turning between Carson Wentz and Joe Burrow this week because Wentz is putting up 20 plus a week, and Joe Burrow I think is really starting to hit his stride with the last couple weeks, 20, 23, and 30. I know he's 71, but he also has the Jets. So I'm going Joe Burrow this week. My son-in-law, I hope he's listening right now because he would be pretty pumped at the fact that I'm taking him.
Okay. All right. So the price difference is significant here: 7,100 to 5,500.
You betcha.
The only reason that I'm kind of skeptical on Cincy is I expect this game to be kind of over in the first quarter.
Could be.
And then what happens? How involved does the running game get in this? And does Joe Burrow get benched in this game? Not benched, but does he see the bench? Because this game's going to get out of control. There's no way that Mike White's going to keep up with this Cincinnati offense. And the defense is going to be on the field a lot. They're going to score quick and easy. And then it might be the Joe Mixon, Chris Evans show from there. So that's why I went away from it. It seems like it's going to be a very high leverage. Like a lot of people are going to play. It's going to be the chalk play to beat up on the Jets. And if Burrow throws 3 touchdowns and then it's the running game, what happens at that point?
It's still 3 touchdowns. I think he'll go for a lot of yardage in the first half. Mixon will probably get a little bit of love, but who knows? Maybe you'll see Flacco this week too. I don't know. I don't know if they've said anything about that, but
he's not right now. He's backing up, but
yeah.
It's supposed to be the Mike White show until Zach comes back.
Of course.
All right, so which way do you want to go? Do we want to spend up for Burrow or go with Trevor Lawrence against Seattle? Who has the bigger upside?
Denver
Seattle
went in, scored 17 points.
Yep.
I don't know what the weather's going to be like there. Trevor Lawrence, I think, will put up more than Teddy, of course. But me personally, I like the upside of Burrow because of who they're playing, and that offense is just rolling right now. They put up 41 against Baltimore, and Baltimore wasn't scoring any points. So I don't see Joe Burrow coming out. Maybe so, but I know that was a statement game. But I like Joe Burrow here.
All right, I'll give it to you. It's gonna mess up. It's gonna mess up what I have, but
Hey, give and take, Joe. I mean, I'll give if I have to as well.
yeah.
So
All right, so let's check out running backs here. So for me, my top 2 running backs, okay, is I'm going Michael Carter on the flip side of that. From what I saw when Mike White came into that game, ton of dump offs to Michael Carter, and I expect a lot of the same in this one. Carter has clearly taken over as the Jets' number 1, and his points have gone up every week for the last 3 weeks. So
yeah.
I think that's going to continue to happen, and at $4,900, I feel like a very good play. The other side, you didn't like him last week, but he still put up 100 yards. Khalil Herbert continues to rock and roll. He defied against Tampa. He wasn't supposed to do it. He did it. They're going up against a San Francisco team that also offensively not firing on all cylinders the last few weeks. The Jimmy Garoppolo, Trey Lance stuff's kind of picking up some steam, and maybe it's getting in Jimmy's head. I don't know, but I expect Khalil Herbert to keep pounding the rock, and I think he's going to keep cruising in this one. So
That's so awesome that you have those two because that's who I have.
all right, well,
I'm not even shitting you. I'm not even shitting you right now.
I did not think you would go Michael Carter.
So, yes. So just because of the money and some of the other players I'm going after.
Yeah. All right.
That is one of the reasons why.
Very little discussion there. All right, so now we're on to wide receivers. All right, so this is actually going to pair up nice if we could make – we're not going to be able to make this happen, but in my lineup with Trevor Lawrence, I had Jamar Chase, DK Metcalf, and Laviska Shenault paired up with Trevor Lawrence in that matchup. I'd still like to shove Chase in there to go with Burrow because the two of them, ridiculous. I don't know if most yards for a rookie wide receiver in league history for Chase so far. He's at like 754 yards, I think it is, through 7 games. It's insane. It's insane. He's gonna push 1,500 or more receiving yards at this pace. It's just ridiculous. So I think we've got to force him in there. And I was really going in my lineup. I was going for a Seattle Jacksonville kind of stack there.
Yeah.
By shoving Metcalf on the backside of that because DK doesn't seem to be affected by Russell Wilson being out.
Right.
Everybody else does, but he's unstoppable. So that was my thought process.
So we're gonna start out the same. I paired Chase up with Joe Burrow.
Okay.
But then I went a little different direction from you. I thought about DK. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay.
I got Michael Pittman. The numbers he's going to put up, I think, against Tennessee because they have to. And Carson Wentz has hit a little stride here. Looking at Pittman earlier, he has, 3 weeks in the 20s, two above 10, and then a couple of 5-point weeks. So last week, 4 for 110 and a touchdown or something like that. So he scored 2 out of the last 3 weeks, and I think Indy will be opening up the game plan a little bit for Wentz to throw the ball, so I went Pittman. And I went after somebody here who I think is going to get a lot of receptions because they're going to have to throw the ball, and he's hard to cover in the Buffalo-Miami game with Mr. Jalen Waddle. That cut across that he does is I mean, it's almost unstoppable. I call it the Jerry Rice play, and I'm not comparing him with Jerry Rice, but the Jerry Rice play in Tecmo Bowl. When you cut across, you just can't stop him. Last 2 weeks, I know he's had 70 and 83 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 17 receptions the last 2 weeks. Now, it's been against Atlanta and Jacksonville, so not 2 of the best defenses, but I still see Buffalo being up in this game. And I'll tell you what, they're going to have to pass the ball, and right now, Waddle is to his guy. I mean, I really think that. So that's who I have so far.
All right. So then, I mean, I don't hate it. There's going to be a lot of throwing, but Buffalo's defense is pretty insane. But I like the idea of him being peppered. He has had 2 very nice back-to-back weeks against weak defenses, but maybe he's catching his stride. Let's try and Let's try and do it. We did it last week. He had good numbers. See if we could do it again. All right, so let's jump over to defense, fill that, and then find out how much money we have
Sure.
left over. So for me, I'm sticking in this game actually, and I really like the Bills defense at that price, 3,300. They're a little elevated, but they're not in the really high top tier. But the way Miami's offense has looked, I mean, the Bills can completely shut them out as
Right.
well. I mean, so
Well, they did the first game. It was
Right,
what,
so-
35-0. So
yeah. So we're hoping for a lot of Waddle targets and garbage time, but
yep,
the Bills defense could completely own them again.
very
That's-
well
that's what I
could.
like.
So funny you say that. I also have the Bills in mind. And
There.
and viewers, we did not talk before this. I'm
No.
just throwing it out there. We did
Nope.
not talk before this.
We definitely.
Now, if we
did
have
not.
the same two after this, I'm gonna die here.
I don't think we can because mine, I actually had a very nice stack here. So let's go tight end. Let's fill this position and see what we have left. So my tight end is also in this game, Mike Gesicki.
Mike Gesicki, okay.
That's who I like. He's been getting peppered the last few weeks, looking really, really good. As you can see, last 2 weeks as well, 22, 21, week 3 and week 4, 18 and 16 points. So in the last 5 weeks, he's had double-digit scoring in 4 of 5. So really, him and Tua, I don't know, maybe they went out for a nice steak dinner, became friends. I'm not sure what it is, but it's working. So that relationship is strong.
So my tight end, I'm going to TB12, baby. Gronk is back, playing in New Orleans. He's healthy. You know, his last game with that he played wasn't so great in week 3, but the 2 weeks prior to that against Dallas and Atlanta, he had 19 and 29.
Yeah.
You know, at the Rams, kind of shut him down a little bit. Only had 4 receptions, but I'm willing to bet he's going to get at least a touchdown because I don't think Brown is playing. So I think he's going to get Gronk targets in this one.
Okay. Well, since we went up for Burrow, we're going to need to free up a little bit of money. It's only $400, but it's still $400. So that leaves
Still
us with
400.
63. Leaves us with
63.
6,300, which is a nice flex here. So for me, with the matchup that I had, right? So
Yeah.
So I was going. We matched up on running backs. I was going Trevor Lawrence, Chase, Metcalf, Shenault, Gesicki. And with that lineup, I was able to stick Nick Chubb in there without Kareem Hunt. It looks like everything is pointing to Chubb being back this week. Him having the show to himself was really juicy for me. So I went that way, but he's at 6,800, which is out of our price range. So I'm interested to see who you had here.
I went with Mr. Pitts. So, Kyle Pitts, the last 2 weeks, 7 and 9 receptions, 16 receptions, 280 yards and a touchdown. So they are targeting him. It was against Miami and the Jets. I get it. I don't care. They're playing Carolina. Their D is, their D doesn't look good. You know, the Giants put up 25 on them last week. It's in Atlanta. It's in a dome, and I just think Pitts is finally starting to really hit his stride. And I'll tell you what, Matt Ryan's looked pretty good the last 3 weeks. So,
Yeah.
I'm looking for a lot of targets again, probably over 10 plus targets again. So I think the upside is there. Also, I looked at Robert Woods in this 6,300 when I was doing it.
Right.
I was a little torn between that. But I think the Rams are going to blow out Houston, and their running game is a little bit better than Atlanta's. So I think Atlanta's more apt to pass a little bit.
And you got Cooper Kupp there, who's the focal point.
Mm-hmm.
I like it in this price range. I mean, maybe Harris. I mean, he's been running really well. 200.
Yes.
2 weeks of 100+ yards, which is really nice as well. But I think for the upside, I think you're absolutely right. Kyle Pitts could absolutely blow up Carolina, and that points per game is deceitful because it's not actually 15. He's started off slow, but now that he's really integrated into the offense, it should be closer to 30. I think so. It's going to keep climbing. So I guess not closer to 30, but it should be on the upside of 20 points per game. So I think that's where he's going to set. So let's do that. We'll plug it in. That leaves us with 0. and a pretty strong team, I think, overall. This Indy-Tennessee game should be tight. So, yeah, Pittman's a nice play there. They're going to depend on Waddle a lot, and his speed can make a lot of things happen. So I like that. Joe Burrow, hopefully he's not the chalk play against the Jets and everybody's got him in and then we can't separate. But overall, pretty strong team. Joe Burrow,
Absolutely.
Michael Carter, Khalil Herbert, Jamar Chase, Michael Pittman, Jalen Waddle, Gronk, Pitts, and the Bills coming in here to close it out. So overall, I like it. So please, that'll wrap it up. Guys, let us know what you think. Let us know if, who you like this week, who your go-to guy is. Can't miss prospect there for DraftKings. Please like the episode and subscribe. Come back every Thursday. Catch the show. Put your teams together. And most importantly, let us know if you've won some money. Good luck, everyone. And we will see you all very soon. Later.
Peace.
You're still here. It's over. Go home.